Interested in getting your hands on a copy of Rogue Trader on release day? Then stick around to find out how exactly you can get your name into the Gaming Analytics giveaway. Today we're taking a look at all of the unique features and abilities available to the Bounty Hunter archetype. And a special thanks to Alcat Games for the feature complete build of the game coming your way to the PC, PS4 and 5 and the Xboxes on the 7th of December. Now, let's get nerdy. In Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader, bounty hunters are the Lone Rangers, focused on hunting down one enemy at a time, dealing massive critical damage to any enemy they have marked as their quarry. In order to spec into the Bounty Hunter class at level 16, your Rogue Trader will need to have started its journey as either an operative or a marksman. This means to optimize your build, a bit of foresight and planning will be required, as an operative bounty hunter and a marksman bounty hunter do play somewhat differently. An operative bounty hunter naturally leans towards taking out enemies from afar, so definitely a combination to consider for the one-shot, one-kill crowd thanks to the bounty hunter's increased critical hit chance. A marksman bounty hunter, on the other hand, ends up being more of a mobility-oriented character, great for battlefield positioning due to their capability to weave through enemy ranks, catching them flat-footed in the process. From the get-go, when selecting your first level in the Bounty Hunter class, you gain access to its keystone feature, Hunt Down the Prey, marking an enemy as your quarry and setting it up for a whole world of her to come. The benefits derived from marking an enemy as prey scales with the enemy's difficulty level, indicated with a small Roman numeral that can be seen within each of the enemy's portraits. Marking enemies with difficulty levels of 1 and 2 results in your bounty hunter increasing its maximum temporary wounds by 25%, whereas marking enemies with a difficulty rating of 3 and 4 results in your bounty hunter both having an increased chance of making a critical hit as well as the damage output potential from that critical hit landing. Your critical hit chance increases by a percentage equal to 2 times your prey's difficulty tier, whereas the damage output from a successful critical hit increases by 10 times your prey's difficulty level. During the 20 levels you will spend in the Bounty Hunter archetype, you will gain access to 3 different archetype abilities, and you can choose from one of the 6 available options at levels 17, 22, and 30. These Bounty Hunter archetype abilities are Cull the Bold, Slay the Game, Piercing Shot, Join the Pack, Hot on the Trail, and Set the Trap. The Cull the Bold archetype ability is up first, augmenting your bounty hunter's next attack in a variety of ways, by increasing the amount of damage dealt equal to your ballistic skill, as well as decreasing that enemy's armor by a percentage equal to 3 times that enemy's difficulty rating until the end of the combat. Furthermore, if that enemy's armor rating decreases below 20%, that enemy's dodge capability is also decreased by the amount that the armor was decreased in the first instance. On top of that, the bounty hunter's next attack against that enemy also deals additional damage equal to their ballistic skill plus their perception or intelligent bonus, whichever is bigger. If the enemy targeted by the Cull the Bold ability is also marked as the bounty hunter's prey at the time of activation, the armor and dodge reduction penalty is also applied for all attacks made by your allies. Now, all of this together might sound a little bit complicated, so do yourself a favor and go and read the description carefully. This is an extremely powerful ability. Next up is Slay the Game, a great ability if you absolutely have to remove an enemy off of the field of battle that is running low on health. At the time of activating the Slay the Game ability, you are ensured and guaranteed to land your next shot against a single target. However, the damage dealt by this attack is decreased by a percentage of your ballistic skill bonus plus your perception bonus times 4. Furthermore, if this is the third enemy that you are killing using the Slay the Game ability within a combat encounter, your bounty hunter also gains 1 charge of Hunt Down the Prey, as well as if the target of Slay the Game was marked as your prey at the time of activation, your bounty hunter will also gain an additional 2 action points for that turn. Next up is the Piercing Shot ability. Extremely useful for targeting heavily armored enemies or making those through and through shots, damaging multiple enemies within the line of fire. As such, when activating the Piercing Shot ability, the overpenetration value of your bounty hunter's next attack is increased by 100%, as well as its armor penetration percentage equal to 4 times your perception bonus. In addition to that, if at the time of making a piercing shot, the target of the attack is also marked as your prey, the next attack that hits that target is always a critical hit. The fourth bounty hunter archetype ability is Join the Pack, granting your allies an increased chance to make a critical hit and the damage dealt by critical hits equal to half the bonuses that the bounty hunter has at the time of activating the ability. Further, the next attack made by an ally on a marked target also does increase damage equal to a percentage of 2 times your bounty hunter's perception bonus. The next bounty hunter ability is Hot on the Trail, increasing your allies' 2-hit chance on a selected target by either 20 or 30% in the case that the difficulty tier of the target selected is equal to level 4. Furthermore, if your ally does kill the target of Hot on the Trail, then your bounty hunter immediately gains an additional turn after that ally's turn is done, carrying over all of its action and movement points at the time of activating Hot on the Trail, and also gains movement points equal to 2 plus the target's difficulty level divided by 2, and resets the cooldown period for Hot on the Trail. During a combat encounter, for every third enemy killed by your ally using the Hot on the Trail ability, your bounty hunter will also gain an additional use of Hunt Down the Prey. The last of the bounty hunter archetype abilities is Set the Trap, and this works exactly like it sounds, having your bounty hunter lay down a trap within a 10-cell radius around them. If an enemy combatant comes within a 2-cell radius of where the trap was laid, the trap is sprung, dealing 2 times your bounty hunter's perception bonus or intelligence bonus, depending on which is greater. Furthermore, all enemies affected by the trap's damage must also pass an agility resistance test, with a penalty to that check equal to the damage taken. If in the case an enemy fails this test, they are instantly immobilized, unable to move until the start of their next turn. If at the time of activating the trap, an enemy is also marked as prey, they automatically fail this agility test and instantly become immobilized. And as if that wasn't enough already, your bounty hunter will also gain movement points equal to its agility bonus. Before we move on, if you're interested in winning one of the 3 copies of Rogue Trader being given away on launch day, all you need to do is let me know in the comments which of the bounty hunter archetype features or what tier 1 archetype combination with the bounty hunter sounds the most interesting to you and why. You will be able to gain multiple entries into the draw, but only 1 entry per person per video, so make sure you check out the rest of the tier 2 archetype videos to maximize your chances. May the odds be forever in your favor. Now let's move on and have a look at the Bounty Hunter's ultimate abilities, which comes online at Bounty Hunter level 4 or character level 19 in the form of its Heroic Act and Desperate Measure, Wild Hunt. The Heroic Act version of Wild Hunt sees your Bounty Hunter immediately take action, attacking its marked targets that it can see within its line of sight, a number of times equal to all of the prey on the battlefield at that time. Furthermore, all of the attacks made in this way are guaranteed of being successful and critical hits. The Desperate Measures version of Wild Hunt also comes with the enormous debuff of decreasing your bounty hunter's ballistic skill, perception and agility scores by a total of 20 points. At character level 27 and 35 or bounty hunter level 12 and 20, you will have the opportunity to upgrade your Wild Hunt ultimate ability from a selection of 4 different options. The first decreases your prey's armor by a percentage equal to 3 times your perception bonus. The second, when activating Wild Hunt, your bounty hunter also gains movement points equal to your agility bonus and also restores 3 charges of your Hunt Down the Prey ability. The third upgrade option also decreases the movement points of your prey when activating Wild Hunt by a minimum value of 2 or the sum of your agility bonus -3. The fourth and final upgrade option to Wild Hunt sees the damage inflicted increase by 300% if in the case that only a single target is attacked when activating the Wild Hunt ability. And that's going to be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave me a like down below, and if you've seen a couple of the Gaming Analytics channel videos by now, please consider subscribing. But if you do or you don't, do me one favor. Stay nerdy.